Let's talk about your website. Is it a living, breathing part of your brand, or is it kind of a digital fossil? Today, we're going to look at a tool that promises to bring your site to life. And the best part? Effortlessly. Let's dive in.
So let me ask you this. You're absolutely crushing it on Instagram, on Facebook. You're getting amazing reviews, but your website, it feels like a ghost town. And you get that feeling of dread, right? The thought of having to manually copy and paste everything, or worse, wrestle with some code you don't understand. Yeah, we've all been there. It's a total pain. And this really shows the difference. On one side, you have the before, this constant chaos of manual posting, the headaches from coding, and a website that just sits there getting stale. But then, look at the after. Your website is on autopilot. It's dynamic, it's fresh, it's exciting. That's the dream, right?
Okay, so how do you actually get from that chaotic before to the calm, cool after? Well, it's all about building a smarter website. And the tool that gets you there is called SociableKIT. You can think of SociableKIT as this magical bridge, you know? It connects all the awesome stuff you're doing on social media directly to your website. It just automatically pulls in your latest Instagram posts, your new Facebook events, those glowing Google reviews, and displays them beautifully on your site. It basically turns your website into this powerhouse for building trust and, let's be real, for getting sales and followers. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds cool, but it's probably super complicated and techy. Nope, not at all. The real beauty of SociableKIT is just how simple it is. Seriously, you can have a dynamic, self-updating site in literally 3 steps. It really is this easy. 1, you choose a widget, basically what social feed you want to show off. 2, you customize how it looks so it matches your brand perfectly. And 3, you copy a tiny little piece of code and paste it on your website. And that's it. You're done. Now you can just kick back, relax, and watch your website update itself. And what's powering this simplicity is a whole bunch of awesome features. You've got over 100 widgets to choose from, so you can display pretty much any social feed you can think of. The auto-sync feature means your content is fresh 24/7, you don't have to touch a thing. Plus, everything is mobile-friendly, it's fully customizable, and it's lightning fast and secure. So you're not just getting fresh content, you're getting a great user experience too. Okay, but talk is cheap, right? Does this thing actually work in the real world? Well, let's stop talking about it and just look at the proof. Let's hear from real businesses that are using it every single day. How's this for starters? A 4.9 out of 5-star average rating. And that's from hundreds and hundreds of clients. That's not just some random number. That's a whole lot of happy people who are seeing real value from this thing. Take David Chapa, a recording artist. He says it saved him from hours of double entry work. And you can totally see why. He posts an event on Facebook once, and boom, it's instantly on his website's calendar. No more doing the same work twice. That's a huge time saver. And it's not just for solo creators. Even the pros are loving it. Einstein Gahn, a senior web designer, calls it an awesome, easy-to-use solution. And he points out how great the support is. You know, when a web design pro is impressed by how easy something is, you know you've got a winner. So when you boil it all down, what are you really getting? Well, it's these 3 core benefits. You save a ton of time, you help increase your sales by showing off social proof, and you seriously boost engagement by keeping your site fresh and interesting. It's the ultimate win-win-win. And the magic behind all of this is a concept called social proof. It's super simple. People trust what other people say and do. When you show live, up-to-the-minute reviews and posts from real people right there on your site, you build instant credibility. It's like having hundreds of testimonials working for you around the clock. And SociableKIT just puts that whole powerful process on autopilot. So you might be wondering, is this for me? Well, if you're a creator, a business owner, an agency, honestly, if you have a website that you want to be better, then yeah, the answer is a huge yes. Let's break it down. For e-commerce stores, imagine automatically showing off your latest 5-star reviews right next to your products. For you creators out there, this turns your website into a living, breathing portfolio that's always showcasing your latest work. And for agencies, oh man, this is an absolute game changer. It's such an easy way to add massive value to your clients' websites. So here's the big takeaway. Imagine your website, always updated, always showing your best social proof, and always working to build your brand. And you get all of that with 0 coding and absolutely no hassle. That's the promise of SociableKIT. I think this quote from Yannick Picard, a high-performance coach, just says it all. Great software, great support. What else can you ask for? I mean, really, that pretty much sums it up, doesn't it? So I'll just leave you with this one final question to think about. How much time could a self-updating website actually save you? And more importantly, what could you do with all that time you get back? Because you're not just saving hours of busy work, you're freeing yourself up to focus on what you do best.